Yes, I do. I do bartend for for some celebrities sometimes.
So the answer is yes. That what she said is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And but I mean, they have done good so far. I thought $500 would be good. I mean, they have been doing great. I mean.
You think $500 is enough to raise children and you're making an additional $5,000 a month?
Okay, guys, here's another classic example of why modern marriage is a raw deal for men. Daniel and Candor got divorced, and although Daniel was already paying his fair share of $500 per month in child support, Cassandra suddenly feels entitled to a larger portion of his income because, of course, a man's success in today's world isn't his own. It's just another paycheck for his ex. But let's go ahead and call all the bullshit, because believe me, this is precisely why men should be careful who they marry.
Miss Alma, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we are currently divorced and he's paying me child support. And lately he's been doing a lot of extra, he's a bartender, and he's been doing a lot of extra parties for professional sports figures and making a lot more money than what he previously admitted to when we first got our divorce. He's making like around an extra $5,000 a month in tips from his bartending gigs. And I just feel like with 3 kids, we need to increase the child support. And he's not agreeing with me on that.
Well, if what you're saying is true, I would agree with you too. We need to increase that child support amount. And you said how many children?
3.
3 children. Okay. You said about $5,000 a month. And I have documents up here from your most recent court order. $500 a month?
Yes.
For 3 children?
For 3 children. Okay.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just think that he's denying the fact that he's making this additional money every month, and I think it's obvious everything he puts onto the media, buying drinks for people and buying shots, and he's at these high-profile parties, and I just think that he needs to do what's right for our kids, and it's hard to take care of that many kids on $500 a month.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely agree. What about health insurance for these children?
They're on Medicaid.
Okay, all right. Sir, is there a reason, you're not supporting your children more? And first off, is what she's saying true?
Well,
what does that mean?
Sort of, it's yes, I do bartend for for some celebrities sometimes.
So the answer is yes, that what she said is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And but I mean, they have done good so far. I thought $500 would be good. I mean, they have been doing great. I mean.
You think $500 is enough to raise children and you're making an additional $5,000 a month?
Well, I
is that what you're saying?
Yes, I bring them. I bring them clothes, from time to time. That helps them,
That's called parenting.
Backpacks.
Parenting.
Laptops.
Parenting.
Yes, Your Honor. And I mean, honestly, being a bartender, my income is not fixed. So, I'm always saving for a rainy day. That's why I don't want to part with a lot of my money, my savings. I want to keep some of that money for the future and
your children's future.
Well, yes, yeah, that too.
Right. So that means you shouldn't have a problem paying the additional amount based on your income.
Well, what if I lose my job? Your Honor.
What if I lose mine?
For me. Well, true, but I mean.
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Well,
Works
we got
both ways.
3 kids. I mean, we got them.
Well,
together,
it feels like
right?
I have 3 kids.
Cassandra is out here claiming that Daniel has been bartending at private parties, probably high-end ones, maybe even Diddy parties, raking in around $5,000 a month. And of course, now that he's making more money, she wants a bigger child support check, arguing that 3 kids cost more when their dad's income increases. She's also accusing him of lying about how much he really makes, pointing out that he's flexing stacks of cash on social media and buying rounds like he's living the high life. So when Judge Vaughn directly asks him if it's true, this man really hits her with an sort of like, bro, that's not exactly a solid defense. Then he tries to brush it off, saying the kids are fine and that $500 a month is plenty, even though he's making 10 times that. He argues that buying them backpacks and clothes should be enough, while at the same time complaining about needing to save for a rainy day because bartending isn't always stable. But here's the thing, child support is consistent. And then he pulls the classic, what if I lose my job excuse, acting like he's already unemployed. Honestly, both of them sound ridiculous. Let's break it down again because the entitlement here is just wild.
Since you're not
do
really doing
visit
a
them
part.
from time to time. You know, I was there last month. I took them for the entire weekend, and
Oh, you took them for one weekend. You took your children for one long weekend
yes, ma'am.
parenting.
Yes, I mean,
Right.
my
You're
job,
not going to get a medal for that. That's what you should do as a parent. You should take your children for long weekends. You should buy them backpacks. You should buy them laptops. You should buy their clothes. That's what a parent does. And that's not even a good parent. That's basic parenting. Good parenting goes above and beyond those things that I just said. You haven't said anything about going above and beyond. And based on what she's saying, these children are with her most of the time. Do you think about how her expenses increase with your children always being with her? $500? That's probably enough to cover groceries, if that.
well, that might be true, but you have to consider this. I work almost every day, and
I do too.
I don't get a break, and you know, parenting the kids, that takes a lot of effort, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm up for it. You know, I'm tired, and and I have already taken a lot of time off. You know, for those parties, for the celebrity parties, I have to work extra hours, and so
You haven't said anything that moved me. You just gave a bunch of excuses, quite frankly. You didn't deny anything that she just said. So you are in agreement that you're making about $5,000 a month for these private parties, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. And it is true that these children are on Medicaid, correct?
Yes,
And you only have 3 children?
yes.
All right, so we're going to modify your child support today, Mr. Alma. It's the right thing to do. You're going to have to pull from that savings that you're saving for yourself and start saving for these children's future, as well as taking care of them monthly. You got it? All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $5,000 a month, which will put your salary around $60,000. Like I said, gross is $5,000. That brings your net down to $4,101.87. Do you have any other children outside of these 3?
No, ma'am. That's the only children that I have.
Okay, all right. And then I'm going to do 9% of your gross for the reimbursement to Medicaid, which comes out to about $450. Do you have access to private health insurance? Can someone at one of these private parties get you some health insurance for these children?
I can try.
Well, I would suggest that you do, because I think that you can find health insurance a lot cheaper than $450, okay? So $450 plus your monthly child support obligation comes out to $1,680 a month. Okay? You have any questions about that?
No, I understand.
Okay, it's the right thing to do. So I would hope you do understand. You have 3 kids. You have to take care of them beyond backpacks and everything that we've already discussed. Mom needs some assistance too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. Thank you. You're welcome.
And to top it all off, Daniel truly believed that spending a long weekend with the kids was sufficient justification for paying very little. Hey, it's just good parenting, not some kind of grand favor. However, Daniel is out here acting like he's the victim, claiming that the private party bartending is so exhausting and that he needs to save his money. Judge V saw right through his nonsense and hit him with that reality check. And now he has to pay $1,600 a month, and he's got to start drawing from those rainy day savings he was crying about. Judge Vaughn got him good on this one. But if you enjoy content like this, check out one of these videos here, and don't forget to like, comment, and subs. I'll see you all at the following one.